I think traditional knowledge is really important because, you know, people might see these as just dances and songs and crafts, but for us as Indigenous people, this is how our stories, our history, our identity is carried. Because, like, for example, when we weave our hats, there's particular language that comes just in that process. So if we lose those particular items, we also lose elements of our language and our culture and our heritage, our identity. So I think it's really important for us to have these types of festivals to kind of like remind us, but not only us, but also to let the world know, educate people about the wealth of knowledge that our people hold, and also the importance of passing on that knowledge to the next generation. Because I know sometimes people like to withhold, but I think we're in a time where we need to share more, especially with our own people. So that's why I think traditional knowledge is really important in this day and age. This is my first Festpac, and I didn't know what to expect, and I didn't have anything to, you know, gauge what's expected. So I came in with an open mind, and I've got to admit, it's been overwhelming. It's also been very educational, and I think my highlight is just being able to engage more with our people, especially our matua. There are some heritage artists within this group who've been to maybe 8 festivals, and we can learn so much from them. And I think it's also been a highlight getting to interact with more than 20 different Pacific Island cultures, because we go and travel the world and admire, you know, what's happening out there in Europe, but we really need to embrace and just celebrate what we bring as Pacifica. There's hundreds of languages, and you know, there's something special about every island, and I don't think that enough people in the world know about the Pacific. We just come from the largest ocean in the world, and we know a lot about what's out there. It's a matter of time for people to know what we bring as Pacific people. So my highlights have been engaging with community, connecting with the generation before us, and also just sitting and reflecting and thinking about, okay, now that we've gotten through this process, how are we going to, you know, bring in the next wave of heritage artists? Don't wait until we're old before you embrace weaving, because sometimes there's a misconception that weaving and carving is for old people. No, it's for everyone. And the earlier you learn how to do these things, the richer your life will be, and more that you'll be able to give to the world. So I've had to leave Niue to realize that, because now I'm living in the diaspora. Wangahau Niue and the culture has been the, I guess, point of difference, and has enabled me to enter into spaces that I never thought that I'd be able to in the past. So thank you so much to my culture and craft teachers, and also to the education department back home for making it compulsory for our students to do culture craft, because this is where the learning begins. And these lessons that we learn when we're making these things that are very, you know, functional, they're for a particular purpose. They're not just for displaying in a museum or a gallery. These are things that we need to use in everyday living. So that's why I think I've just been excited. It may not seem like a little bit of fatigue and tired, but that's because there's been so much wealth of knowledge, and also just engaging with people has been a highlight. I just want to say thank you so much to the team from back home for, you know, making space for those of us who may not necessarily be living on island, but we still feel like we are a huge part of our Niue taonga, because so, you know, the material things like food, you know, you may eat it and then it's gone, but if you take care of the people, that is the main thing. So it's about the people, and it's going to take all of us working together. You know, the whole unity thing, we need to figure out how we're going to work together to ensure that our culture will thrive and survive wherever tangata Niue happen to reside. So whether it be on island or it be in Aotearoa or wherever in the world, I just want people to realize how important it is for us to just be proud of being tangata Niue. We're very rare, and I think that we have so much more to offer the world. And make sure that at least once in your life you make it to a Festival of Pacific Arts. And if you didn't make it to this 13th Pacific Arts Festival, make sure that you start planning and saving for the next one. It's held every 4 years, and I look forward to seeing you there. It doesn't matter whether you're quarter, half, or full tangata Niue, as long as you can feel in your heart and the blood that's pumping through your veins, that makes you tangata Niue. Even if you don't speak the language, that is just one element. It will help you to understand things in a Niue context, but it's not the only way that you can engage with your people. So I would just encourage you not to be shy, ua ma, and when you see other tangata Niue, just go up to them, say whakalofalahi atu, that's where it starts. Start with 1 word, 2 words, 3 words, but as long as you continue trying, then that's all that we ask of you, is to keep trying and to also just keep being proud of being tangata Niue. And ua whakaua we te manatu, don't let anything deter you or dishearten you. This is your birthright, and you have every right to embrace being tangata Niue and everything, all the beautiful things that come with that. So, I'm Naki Nika Mnuena, and we look forward to engaging with you in the future. Whakawelahi.